So just because they're allowed to reopen doesn't mean they're willing to reopen. Let's get out to Jesse Schultz. Jesse, a dentist in Strongsville says his practice is not ready yet to see patients.
Yeah, Strongsville Dental and Laser Aesthetics says even though they were given the go-ahead, they didn't want to rush and they need time to fully implement new protocols to protect their patients and their staff. So now they decided they're going to reopen on June 1st. We spoke to Dr. Chris Theodoro. He says it's not that they don't have proper PPE, which other dentists throughout the state have expressed concern over. He says thankfully they have a good amount. It's that they are implementing other guidelines, and those guidelines need more time to iron out. He says they have to reschedule appointments to make sure patients are social distancing and make sure there's not too many in the office at the same time. They're figuring out how to have patients wait in their car. The office is also making sure all forms can be filled out before an appointment, including new questions about medical and travel history. They are installing glass at the front desk and adding air purifiers. Dr. Theodoro says they've ordered wireless machines so patients can check out in the treatment room. But he says these are the steps they have to take.
I had to access, some funds that I had put aside for a rainy day. Obviously, surgical air units and putting up glass and securing PPE, isn't inexpensive. So in my mind, it was like, yeah, you got to reach deep and do whatever you can, whether it's a line of credit or, an emergency fund you have on the side. I accessed whatever I could.
Dr. Theodoro asks that everyone is patient as they implement these new protocols and as dentists throughout the state try to figure out this new normal. Katie, Mike.
Yeah, going to be different, very different. Jesse, thank you. Now on Monday, that'll be another big day in our state's reopening plan. That's when manufacturing, distribution, construction, and general office are allowed back. But several local companies say they're sticking with the remote workflow. Cleveland.com is reporting KeyBank, Medical Mutual, Sherwin-Williams, Progressive, and Quicken Loans all will continue to keep most employees working from home. Employees who do come into the office will have to follow state guidelines, including wearing face masks. There are a few exceptions there. Maintaining 6 feet of physical distance and regular disinfectant wipe downs of the office space. You can read a lot more about all these phases of Ohio's reopening plan and the mandatory and suggested guidelines on the News 5 app.
It is the first of the month, which means bills are due again. For people out of work, we know it is a very stressful time, and the programs offering help are in high demand. Meg Shaw joins us now live. And Meg, there are a lot of options out there to help people rebound.
Mike, during this really difficult time, there are so many people and agencies here in Northeast Ohio who are willing to lend a helping hand. And the United Way of Greater Cleveland with their 211 helpline is certainly one of them. The 211 line is an easy way for anyone to get help with necessities. More than 24 agents are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The director of the program says in the last month, they're averaging about 700 phone calls a day, with many people calling for the first time. Since the pandemic began, the top 5 areas of need include food, information services, income support, housing, and utilities assistance, with food assistance up 300% since 2019. The director predicts they will see another uptick in calls with the start of another month. He says if you're not sure about calling, wondering if they can help you out or not, make the call anyway. They're most likely able to get you connected to the agency you're looking for.
And we're confidential service, so we don't ask who you are. We don't take down any personal information. So it is confidential, and we're here to help. And again, I would say if you think it's something that we don't help with, just call us anyway, because there's a pretty good chance we do have a resource that can help you and help you get where you need to go and get back on your feet. So my advice would be just call.
Now, even small businesses who are struggling right now, you can call the 211 line. The United Way has made a partnership with Cuyahoga County to help any businesses that might be struggling. Live in Cleveland, Meg Shaw, News 5.
Meg, nice to see you. Thank you. News 5 is dedicated to helping Northeast Ohio rebound. So ahead, in 10 minutes, we're offering more information on what to do with debts that you just can't pay. Then join News 5 tonight for a bigger look at jobs, resources available, and what changes we'll see as Ohio reopens.
Ohio State prisons just got more equipment to fight the spread of the coronavirus. Yesterday, the state delivered thousands of masks, gloves, and other protective equipment. Governor DeWine also announced this week the state is doing more testing in some prisons. But an Akron City Councilwoman says more needs to be done. Councilwoman Tara Mosley Samples wrote a letter overnight asking the governor to declare an executive order for mandatory testing in all Ohio prisons. So far, there are nearly 4,000 cases among inmates and staff, which is about 22% of the confirmed COVID-19 cases in our state.
You're looking at new video here where paving work stands right now on Ridge Road. The major project in Parma is making progress during the pandemic. Let's get out to John Rutter. And John, this project is weeks ahead of schedule.
Yeah, Mike, good morning. Well, thanks to a decrease in traffic volume, construction crews are going full speed ahead on that Ridge Road construction project. And local residents, well, they're the ones that are reaping the benefits right now. According to Cleveland.com, the $4.2 million construction project is ahead of schedule. The first phase, paving from Pleasant Valley Road to West Ridgewood Drive, began less than a month ago. The second phase of the project from Westwood Drive to Pearl Road began earlier this week. That work wasn't originally scheduled to begin until July, but since that second phase was moved up, it may force the city's 4th of July parade to be canceled. Parma officials estimate construction crews are 3 to 4 weeks ahead of schedule because of the lower traffic volumes due to the coronavirus pandemic. Now, the remaining portion of Ridge Road from Pearl Road North going into Brooklyn, that is still scheduled to be completed in 2021. City officials say that they typically like to keep things on schedule because that could impact other projects and other construction issues that may have as far as traffic and congestion problems. Guys, we'll send things back inside.
That is a beautiful thing to hear, John Rutter. Ahead of schedule for construction there on the roads. Thank you. Keep this in mind if you need this help. Tomorrow, there will be a drive-through food distribution event in Rocky River. You were looking at video of hundreds of bags of food that have been put together and will be given away. The next distribution will be at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. We're talking about tomorrow. You can pull into St. Christopher Church from Detroit Road. Food is available until noon. Organizers ask that you do not get out of your vehicle. Volunteers will be placing those bags of food right into your trunk. All right, Friday, heading into the weekend. You have been teasing us with this weekend all week, so.
And we can't stress enough, you've got to enjoy it because next week we're getting right back into this cool pattern, so you've got to enjoy the weekend. We'll talk about that weekend coming up. We'll kick off your Friday with 40s. I got a couple little showers. I've got some clouds outside now. Clouds are going to take about half the day to get out of here. Into the afternoon, we'll start to see some sunshine, but hey, first half of the day, it's going to stay on the cool side. Now, as far as rain, it's pretty limited, but as far as cool air, we're staying chilly. Grab a jacket. You'll need it all day. You can shed it this weekend. I'll show you that weekend. Coming up.
If you have to get out the door, time now 5:13. Today is International Workers' Day. Employees from several big companies are planning to walk out, calling today's protest the May Day General Strike. Organizers from Amazon, Walmart, Target, and Instacart are demanding more protection on the job. Many of the companies have made changes to protect the health and safety of employees during the pandemic, but some workers say right now it's just not enough.
You will soon be offered a face mask when you enter a Whole Foods grocery store. Amazon says within the next week, all customers will be offered free disposable masks at the entrance of every store. Customers will be asked to wear the free masks while shopping to help protect, they say, the safety and the health of employees and other shoppers. Remember, Ohio is not mandating customers must wear a face covering in stores, but individual companies can set their own policy. As more states begin to reopen, experts are certainly urging caution.
Yeah, warning about how to avoid a possible second wave of coronavirus infections. Inez de la Cuerta shows us the national precautions being taken.
This morning, California's governor closing down beaches in Orange County after photos surfaced of overcrowding last weekend.
People that are congregating there that weren't practicing physical distancing, that may go back to their community outside of Orange County and may not even know that they contracted the disease, and now they put other people at risk.
In Texas, dine-in service resuming today, but with some requirements: disposable menus, condiments only by request, and no buffets.
Currently, we are working on sanitizing, disinfecting everything.
New York City sanitizing all public transportation, shutting down subway and commuter trains in the overnight hours starting next week. While in Michigan, stay-at-home orders have been extended to May 15th. Some lawmakers saying they wore bulletproof vests to the state capitol as hundreds protested, some of them armed. Democratic Governor Whitmer battling the state's Republican legislature as she invokes a state of emergency. In all, 32 states will have eased some restrictions by the end of next week, even as the numbers of cases of the virus continues to rise in at least 18 states. The nation's top infectious disease expert urging caution.
You can't just leap over things and get into a situation where you're really tempting a rebound. That's the thing I get concerned about.
With a new month getting underway, the pressure to reopen continues to mount. Food lines like this one in Phoenix are becoming the new normal. More than 30 million Americans filing for unemployment in the last 6 weeks.
Rent, car insurance, car payment. Like, if I was getting unemployment, I probably wouldn't be as worried.
And the president is working to fast track a vaccine, which could be available by the end of the year. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Washington.
Thanks a lot, Inez de la Cuetara. We're taking a look outside at our temperatures this morning, and we are on the cool side. But check out Terminal Tower. We've got green lights lit up on this Friday morning. Check it out. We're looking good this morning. Just cloudy, and I got a couple showers outside, and that's what's going to keep temperatures on the cool side. Again, here we go. I've got a couple little very light sprinkles just kind of pulled out of Richland and Ashland counties, pull into the south near Mount Vernon. Most of us are going to be dry today, but we're going to be cloudy until the afternoon. Notice that late day little jump in temperatures. It's not much of a jump, but it's a jump, so we'll count it. We'll take it. We're going to get sunny later on today, and it should clear out pretty nicely. It's just going to take, half the day to get these clouds out of here. Again, tonight it gets pretty chilly because we're still on the backside of this, but things do change up for the weekend. Here's the whole system, that north wind taking over. Eventually we'll get that west wind and then southwest wind tomorrow, but today we're stuck with that north wind. Good news is it is a drier airflow, so we're drying things out through the day today. I had some showers earlier this morning out west. Those have pulled farther south and starting to get a little bit of fading with our clouds. It's just going to take a while for that to actually completely clear out of the area. Here's our futurecast. Look at it. By lunchtime, we're still going to be dealing with clouds. We're still going to have this wind coming off the lake, still going to produce some clouds. Middle and upper 40s, though. At lunchtime, still, we're in the mid-40s now. I mean, we don't warm up much at all through midday. And we'll start to see that sun coming out, and we'll start jumping up into the 50s. The sooner you see the sun, the warmer it's actually going to be. I mean, we may even see some low 60s the farther west you are, but I still think we're going to have some pretty thick clouds for most of us through much of the day today. This evening, we're clear, so we cool off quickly initially, but then the clouds come back tonight. May get a sprinkle out west, but we should stay mainly dry. The good news about the clouds, keeps us out of the 30s for the most part for early Saturday morning. And then we can start talking about some warmer weather. How about upper 60s and low 70s for our Saturday? Wait till you see the 7-day forecast, guys.
Trent McGill, thank you. Even though many businesses are getting ready to open their doors again, that doesn't mean the money's going to start flowing soon. Millions of families are struggling with the loss of their income and wonder if they can pay rent this month or make that car payment.
Yeah. Big day. It is the first of the month, another heavy day for a lot of people. So as Ohio rebounds, News 5 is helping you rebound too, finding ways to help you pay your bills and make the ends meet. Here are some ways to talk with your creditors. Chrissy Roberts runs the Rose Room, a bar that has been in her family for years. The bar is closed, so her family has no income. But there's rent, water bill, even a cable TV bill that are now due.
Even though no money's coming in, we still have to pay our bills, our rent.
So what can you do if you can't pay the bills this month? With the help of the Legal Aid Society, we looked into what options you have. To start with, prioritize your bills. Legal Aid's Nick DiNardo says rent should always be first.
Tenants are still legally required to offer their rent for April.
What if you can't afford the rent? Many cities are prohibiting evictions, but the rules vary. Can't afford the mortgage? The federal government has banned foreclosure on federally backed mortgages, but you still need to contact your lender. Tell your bank or landlord you'll pay after you receive your stimulus or unemployment checks.
There may be those $1,200 stimulus checks. There may be other unemployment compensation.
Then comes the electric bill. Most utilities are giving a grace period and postponing disconnection, but you need to call. Cable and internet? Spectrum, Comcast, Xfinity, and others say if you call, they will not terminate or charge late fees. Finally, medical bills. you will still need to pay a small amount, so call your doctor. All right, as for your cell phone, most major carriers are offering extra data and promising not to disconnect right now.
Losing insurance can also be tough right now, so here are a few things that you might want to keep in mind. Since people are driving less, some auto insurance companies are giving customers a break, so make sure to check with them. NerdWallet says if you aren't driving at all and don't have a loan or a lease, you can suspend, reduce, or cancel coverage until you start driving again. As for home insurance, the site says many companies offered a grace period at least through today. If you're still struggling and you want to reduce coverage, you should keep enough to rebuild your house if it's destroyed, so treat this as a last-ditch option.
Hey, if you've been wanting one of those new jerseys for the Browns, now's your chance to pick one up. Of your favorite player's autograph on there too, and it's going to help a great cause. You can find Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and more, all up for auction now on the Browns team site. And all of the proceeds go to the Hats Off to Our Heroes Fund, which is helping healthcare workers, first responders, and teachers. All right, huddle up, get your game plan for the commercial break. We'll be right back.
Well, you know that song. So does Katie. She's on the news desk jamming this morning.
How can you not?
Oh, boy. This morning we are learning more about the new Space Jam movie. NBA star LeBron James revealed the title and logo yesterday. It shows the movie's name will be Space Jam: A New Legacy. USA Today reports production took place last year before the coronavirus pandemic. LeBron says we can expect the movie to come out sometime next year. Good moves, Katie.
Oh, well, thank you. You know. Celebrities and models will take part in a virtual fashion show today. Maybe walk into that tune. Be a good one. Fashion Unites will be raising money for coronavirus research. The models will rock pieces from their own closets and show them off from home. There will also be at-home music performances. You can watch it on YouTube this afternoon at 4 o'clock. I've been seeing more people, Trent. They're getting dressed up, you know, because most of us don't have to get dressed up anymore. We're in our sweats. We're in our comfy clothes for most of the day.
Morning PJs and evening PJs.
Yes, exactly. So more people are kind of starting to get back in their dress-up clothes and take pictures and post those on social media, just kind of like, here I am.
Any opportunity to get like fully dressed, right? Whereas a couple months ago, it's like, can I please wear sweatpants today, all day? This weekend, do not wear sweatpants all day. Get outside and enjoy it. We've got shorts and t-shirt weather coming our way. But for today, you're still going to need those jackets. You're still going to need the sweatpants and the hoodies for sure. We're in the 40s all morning, 50s this afternoon. We're near 70 both days, Saturday and Sunday. We've got a little bit of rain to talk about, but we should be mainly dry. And then next week, break out the sweats again, guys.
Every day, bring on the sweats. Love them. Governor DeWine says in-person graduation ceremonies, they can't happen, but schools are still working to make sure we honor the hard work of the class of 2020.
In Lake County, senior night for student athletes at Perry High had to be canceled, but the school still honored seniors last night by hanging posters with their photos. You see them there. Families were able to drive by in their cars or walk around and see the displays.
You know, our kids can't compete and play for the school, play for the Perry Pirates like they've grown up doing, and well, we all want them to be out there on the field. We can't be, so this is the next best thing that we can come up with.
The school says it wanted to find a way that it could honor seniors and mark the end of their time at the high school.
Good morning, Cleveland. We'll be right back, but first, check those lottery tickets. See if you have the winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Cleveland on News 5.
Good morning to you. Happening today, Ohio's rebound starts. Healthcare offices can reopen. We're going to take you through all the changes to expect and the order now extended for our state.
And today is the final day of the official Spirit Week in Ohio. Today it is all about pizza. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
You can order one from your favorite spot or, of course, make one from home.
Better you than me. But before you get hungry, let's take a live look at downtown Cleveland. And Trent, what's in store for our weather today? Is it a good day for a pizza picnic.
Oh.
Never thought of that.
Maybe like an indoor pizza picnic. Or if you're going to be outside, maybe just have that extra layer on, because today we are staying chilly. The good news is we should be drying things out. All this rain kind of pulling out of here. Got a couple little showers that were rolling around last night, but most of the rain is pretty much gone, just a couple little showers. It's going to take a little bit for these clouds to fade away, but they are in that process. It'll just take a little while for that to happen. Northwest winds taking over. That's going to keep us cool. The clouds are going to keep us cool. Tomorrow, we're actually going to warm it up a ton. That 7-day actually looks really good, but we'll talk about that coming up. Got a couple little showers up over the lake. Those are going to sink south and kind of inland, and eventually, yeah, we may have to run those wipers a little bit, but I don't have a lot of rain this morning. I do have a lot of cool air, though. 42 in Mentor, 45 in Worcester, 44 in Millersburg. I mean, it's jacket weather for sure. It's definitely chilly. Grass is wet, so as you're going for your morning walks, your feet are getting a little wet. Your dog's paws are going to be a little soggy. The good news is we're drying out. We're staying cloudy through midday, and then we'll start to see that sunshine, and that's when temperatures are actually going to be warming up a little bit. So anybody working from home, try to get outside a little bit later on today, just do so with a jacket.
All right, thanks, Trent. Ohio's stay-at-home order would have expired at 11:59 tonight, but our health director has extended it a few weeks. There are some exceptions, though.
Yeah, those exemptions are geared toward businesses and workers. Meg Shaw live for us this morning with what this means for everyone else. Good morning, Meg.
Hey, good morning, Mike and Katie. Well, for everyone else, it means keep doing what you're doing. Now, the governor did say, of course, there are exceptions for people who are going back to work. But if you're working from home or not working, the stay-at-home order is in place until the end of the month. Now, of course, this is an extension from when this order was put into place on April 2nd. But with different areas of our community opening back up, there are larger exceptions. Now, per Governor DeWine's order, starting today, medical procedures at hospitals that do not require an overnight stay will be allowed, as well as dental and vet visits. Then on Monday, offices, construction, manufacturing, and distribution will all reopen. The governor says while the state wants to open up and get people back to work, they also want to keep people safe while this virus is still very active.
What all of us can do, whether we're working or not working, what we do impacts our ability to safely go back to work and get our economy moving.
So officially, they have signed it into order. The stay-at-home order is in place until May 29th at 11:59. We should get more details about the state's reopening plan and that order at today's 2 o'clock press conference. As always, you can watch that out here on News 5 and on the News 5 app. Reporting live, Meg Shaw, News 5.
Yeah, at 2 o'clock, wine with the wine. Okay, Meg, thank you. As our state begins to reopen, keep an eye out for people who are looking to make a buck on someone else. As of Wednesday, the Federal Trade Commission received reports of more than 29,000 COVID-19 related scams nationwide. 785 of those from Ohio. The Cuyahoga County Department of Consumer Affairs says it's also looking at scams, specifically ones targeting small businesses. The director says many involve counterfeit checks and fake emails.
As people come out of their shell and start spending again or start accepting orders again, we just want people to be prepared for the fact that not everybody out there is an honest person like you.
All right, so she says small business owners need to be skeptical of any large orders or strange requests outside of their normal processes. We have a list of coronavirus scams and tools to report them right now on our News 5 app.
Just about 5:34 now, the drastic and sudden reduction in cash flow across Northeast Ohio the last several weeks has created a budget nightmare for cities big and small. So far, the city of Berea has avoided any layoffs or cut in pay for police, fire, and EMS, despite facing a $2 million shortfall. In addition to slashing salaries for Mayor Cyril Kleem, his administration, and non-union full-time employees, the city is pausing purchases and canceling events. This week, Berea canceled its popular summer concert series and is going to keep the swimming pool closed to help make up the shortfall. However, the big question in Berea right now is, will the NFL cancel the season? Kleem tells us it would be devastating because the Browns generate 25% of the city's income tax.
A lot of it's paid during the season, so much of this is going to depend on what happens, starting in August and September.
With still so much uncertainty, Kleem tells us right now he's focusing on how the city staff have responded so far. Up next, working toward a rebound, we'll share the industries needing workers right now in Northeast Ohio and help on landing a job.
We're back at 5:37. Earlier this week, we told you about homework help for students K through 12. Now we're hearing from the people behind it. John Rudder joins us now. John, this tutoring program is helping families and students at the University of Akron.
Yeah, Katie, good morning. It's called the Homework Hotline, and a couple of education majors are changing the whole teaching model during this coronavirus pandemic. The program, it's free. It's designed to give K through 12 students a chance to work with trained instructors to get help in math, science, social studies, and language arts. The 22 volunteers are education majors or retired teaching professionals. Students schedule appointments in 20-minute increments. Like most things nowadays, it's all done via video conference or over the phone. The students behind the program say that now it's the best time to start something like the Homework Hotline.
It absolutely seems like no better time to set a program up like this than now, right? Especially with the uncertainty in the future. Who knows what's going to happen in the fall, throughout the summer, and into the winter next year.
As the Homework Hotline gets up and running, only the 4 subjects will be the primary areas of focus for now, but they do hope to expand that program in the future. Trent, how's that forecast looking for us today?
Well, we're looking all right. At least we're drying things out for now, which is good news. But we're going to stay cloudy. We're going to stay cool for the morning. Afternoon, we'll get some sunshine in here. But here we go, mid-40s, 44 in Ashtabula, wind chills in the 30s. Winter just will not let go. Wind chills in the 30s. This morning, and I just tweeted out and posted out an extended forecast like a not next week but the week beyond that. We're not looking for much warmth here in the near future, other than this weekend. After we get through today's lower and middle 50s, those winds shift from the northwest to the southwest tomorrow, and I got a nice little weekend. I'll show you why you need to enjoy that coming up in a little bit, guys.
Now here's a look at some of the positive stories coming out of the coronavirus pandemic. Every day, a principal in Texas drives all over his district to stop and visit with graduating seniors at their homes. It took him 12 days and 800 miles to reach 636 addresses to find every senior. He even brings them a Snickers bar, saying one day they'll look back on this and snicker. A New Mexico teenager who survived cancer wanted to make good use of his Make-A-Wish. He wished for special care kits that later he donated to doctors and nurses. They include hand sanitizer, cleaning products, and ear savers for N95 masks. The teacher says he was inspired to give back by the love and support he got when he was sick. 2 West Virginia nurses are given a hero's welcome home after treating COVID-19 patients in New York City for 25 days. They worked at 2 different hospitals in the epicenter of the U.S. pandemic. Family members and friends welcomed them with signs and even their pets. They will have to quarantine for 14 days before returning to work. Anyone who goes to the store or shops online knows how hard it can be to find essentials. So a Stop and Shop in Connecticut filled 500 reusable bags with hard-to-come-by items like toilet paper, pasta, and cereal, and donated them to healthcare workers at Hartford Hospital. They say it's to help with one less thing for hospital staff to do when they're off work. We'll be right back. This number is just staggering. More than 1 million Ohioans have filed for unemployment over the last 6 weeks, 30 million people nationwide. But some laid-off workers say the state's putting payments they need on hold. That includes a struggling single mother who says she's simply out of cash. 5 on Your Side investigator Sarah Buttison has her story.
I'm just a mom trying to take care of my daughter.
But it won't be easy because Jacqueline Lyons has to wait 8 months to receive unemployment.
We are just normal people who need to get through this crisis as well, and we're falling through the cracks.
The reason? A mistake she made when she filed for unemployment 4 years ago.
So it wasn't an intentional misrepresentation. It was me not understanding the correct way to report.
Like so many others, Lyons became unemployed in March. She lost not 1 or 2, but 3 jobs, working in the service industry for the Indians at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse and the Rock Hall. She says she immediately applied for unemployment and qualified, but received no money because of a 32-week penalty for that overpayment in 2016.
I owe nothing. many of us, we owe nothing. We are just being punished for an overpayment for a number of years ago.
I don't mind if they have to take some kind of percentage, but to take it all is very devastating.
Danielle Stutzman still owes money for an overpayment. She's also a single mom who has gone 7 weeks without a paycheck.
It's a little nerve-wracking for all of this to, when you just want an answer on how this is possibly being done.
We asked Ohio Jobs and Family Services Director Kimberly Hall.
Penalty weeks are a result of a determination of some fraudulent activity on the account.
Like Jacqueline, some workers say they just made a mistake. So a Change.org petition was started asking Ohio lawmakers to waive penalty weeks during the pandemic. Similar concerns led California to make people serving penalty weeks eligible for federal pandemic unemployment assistance.
I would say that it's not that we haven't considered it. There are a number of competing legislative priorities right now. And so this would be among the list of items that the General Assembly would need to move forward.
So for now, Ohioans like Jacqueline have no choice but to wait.
We are just hardworking people who are working jobs, trying to make ends meet, trying to take care of our families, and now we're left with nothing.
I'm 5 on Your Side investigator Sarah Buttison.
Now, Jacqueline did receive money from the Cavs, but it was just $250. We asked Director Hall how many people would need help and have to wait out penalty weeks. She says she'll get that information to us as soon as it's available.
Whether you are trying to make ends meet during the pandemic or you just want to manage your money better, here are some steps to think about when starting a new budget right now. First, experts say look at your finances. Understand what you have and what you're spending. If you can't make your payments, they say it is so important to call and talk with your creditors. So if you can, start making just some small tweaks and changes. For example, make a meal plan so you don't spend too much money on food. Then start to pay off your debt. Once you feel like you're in a better financial place, they say start working towards building an emergency fund to cover at least 3 months worth of expenses.
Time now 5:47. Let's give you a look outside here at one of the Cleveland Scripps signs and look at Terminal Tower. Dressed in green this morning. We see some clouds out there this morning, Trent.
Yeah, but those clouds, they're going to fade away, so we should see some green throughout the day today. The grass greening up, trees greening up, bushes greening up. Looking ahead for some lawn care, lawn work, time to get outside and do that. Today we're dry. I mean, we got a couple sprinkles this morning, but those are all getting out of here. We're just cooler. So if you don't want to do it in the warmth, then today's probably not a bad day for it with some afternoon sun, just that northwest breeze. You're probably going to need that hoodie. This weekend we will not need the sleeves. It should be a beautiful temperature weekend. The only issue is late Saturday, I got a couple thunder showers. Yeah, a couple rumbles of thunder possible. And then in our southern counties, Sunday it will be a bit on the wet side, but temperatures should still be on the mild side. Seasonable for a change. That's where we're supposed to be, mid-60s, maybe a bit above normal, but that is not the trend for next week. Wait till you see this 7-day forecast. Right now, we're kind of in between systems. That one's getting out of here. This next one's going to bring us clouds tonight, but it looks like we've got this north breeze kind of keeping us cool through the day today. So keep the jackets. You're going to need them this morning. You're going to need them this afternoon, even though it will get brighter and these clouds will fade away. You're going to need those jackets. Mid-40s right now everywhere. Jacket weather. Here's lunchtime. Still middle and upper 40s, which don't warm up much with the north breeze and the clouds. They're both working together to fight out May 1st, fight out some spring weather. Not getting it today. We will get some sun through the afternoon. Happens first in our western counties. The clouds just take a little bit longer to clear out of our eastern counties. It all kind of has to pull on out of here. But eventually things